Quick Stories presents Breaking Bad, the descent of an ordinary man into the hell of crime. The story of Walter White, from high school teacher to meth kingpin. Walter White is 50 years old, a chemistry teacher at a high school in New Mexico. He's smart, brilliant, but lives a dull and frustrated life. He has a teenage son with cerebral palsy, a pregnant wife, and works part-time at a car wash just to make ends meet. One day, he's diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, no health insurance. He's desperate. That's when he decides to change the rules of the game. Together with Jesse Pinkman, a former student turned small-time dealer, he starts cooking meth in an RV, but not just any meth, pure blue meth. The duo quickly makes waves in the drug market. But problems follow: rival gangs, unstable addicts, and growing suspicion from his wife, Skyler. Walt begins to lie, to kill, to manipulate. Meanwhile, Jesse falls in love with Jane, who drags him into a spiral of addiction. Walt coldly lets Jane die, choking on her own vomit, just to protect Jesse. The alias Heisenberg becomes legendary. Walt goes into business with Gus Fring, a ruthless but elegant drug lord who hires him to cook in a hidden lab beneath a laundromat. Skyler discovers the truth, but instead of turning him in, she decides to help him launder the money, becoming his accomplice. Jesse, tormented by guilt, kills a rival chemist. Violence escalates. Walt realizes Gus wants him dead and begins plotting revenge. An entire season of tension between Walt and Gus, a deadly chess game of lies, spies, and chemistry. In the end, Walt blows Gus up with a homemade bomb alongside Hector Salamanca, the crippled cartel boss. The turning point comes with a chilling line: "I am not in danger, Skyler. I am the danger." Walt is now the undisputed king. He has millions buried in the desert. But it's not enough. His ambition and ego make him even more dangerous. His brother-in-law Hank, a DEA agent, discovers the truth. The manhunt begins. Jesse rebels, cooperates with the police, and ends up tortured by neo-Nazis. Walt, on the run, makes one final call to his wife, then disappears. But he comes back, for revenge and to save Jesse. In an epic finale, Walt frees Jesse, massacres the neo-Nazis, and dies in the lab, surrounded by his own creation. Breaking Bad isn't just a TV show, it's a modern tragedy. A man who justified himself to the end, but who chose evil and paid for it with his last breath. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know which series you'd like to see next.